All right, let's see what we have going for us today, shall we? It would really help if I paid attention to my web. Throw Safari. There we go. That should be good. Something. See, does that work for us? Yes, it does. Just make sure it doesn't mess with anything. Perfect. All right. I Grogu, good morning. Just trying to get through all of my stuff for the day. I got a review that I need to get done before I get to play and get my Conquest and TB done at all. Um, I have lead singer energy. Man, I wish that'd be kind of cool, honestly, if I were in a band. If I could sing, I think that maybe I could pull that stuff off, but I cannot sing at all. Let me just fix this a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Works much better now. So I do have a roster review that kind of came in a little bit late last night. This is somebody that I've worked with before. Let me see. The last time I talked to them was in November. So the beginning of November. We're now in the middle of February. So it's been a little bit of time since we've spoken. They reached out to me yesterday, asked me a bunch of questions, and when that happens, and it's been so long, I the 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 roster is completely gone from my head because I've done so many in that time period. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm home all week. Why don't I just take another look for you? When I talked to them originally, they had only 3 out of 7 challenge tiers completed. So it looks like, based on what I'm seeing here, they're in a much better position. Let's see, Military Might CT3, Ground War CT1 with Ewoks, interesting. Secrets and Shadows CT1, Inquisitors nothing, Rebel Roundup CT3, Ender Escalation CT3, Places of Power CT3. So really, honestly, super cool that this person in 3 months, 3, 12, yeah, 3 months was able to take themselves from 3 of 7 on these roster reviews to like going head on with everything in the roster reviews, except for Inquisitors, but who cares? So let's see. I have Ray and SLKR both at R8. I know I can keep them R7. Oh well. SLKR all Zetas. Ray's just missing the basic. Ben is 5 PG from being done, so 5 months from now. Still on the Leia grind. Built Iden for raid as well. Wampa 7 stars. Hoda 54 of 100. Planning on going JML next. With all the Naboo stuff, I will probably start building Nego and Padme GG and go for gas. First off, thanks for all your help. Okay. Secondly, my main question is looking past Jedi Master Luke while considering Naboo, my options are Profundity, Jabba, Gas, Nego, and Beck. In my mind, I want to be somewhat raid relevant, which means one really good team and one okay team. This would probably put me pretty close to Gas anyway. However, I would have to not go for Jabba. My concern is that I am climbing into Iridium. Executor is starting to get countered. Profundity would help that, but so could a good negotiator. I am sure that as we get closer to the raid, this will become an easier decision and is not one that I have to make very soon. All right, so this is a person, I have their roster up here, but I obviously haven't looked at it yet. There we go. So I have their roster up here. Chromium 1. Let's see. 5 million. Okay. Not bad. They have Negotiator. They have. Geez, they have Executor. Okay, they're hitting first. There's a couple dips. So we're still able to get. All right. Okay, I have what I need here. I've got what I need. Let's see what's going on here. We have Kylo Ren. We have this Jedi Knight Luke. We have Jedi Knight Luke. We're not at Jedi Knight Luke yet, but we have been working on some of the requirements. Sith Eternal, Jedi Master, Lord Vader, Star Killer. Okay, we've got that. Inquisitor, we're nowhere near. Jabba, Profundity is not far. Logan, good morning, my man. How's it going? How you doing, man? Um, Bones was supposed to stop in and help me out today, but I spent like an hour trying to figure out this sound thing. I might just end up switching out my streaming software because Streamlabs it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, man, I got a week off for school, so I figured I'd just do have some fun with some people and hang out while my wife was working. Make it easier on her a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. Da, 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 da. Let's see where these are. I know we have them. Wampa, we have it. Hermit, I know we have. Getting close. Okay. So here's the tough part here, and I'm gonna pull it up on my phone too. I know you guys can't see my phone right now, but I just want to make sure that I'm very accurate with this, like totally brand new information. We obviously did get the road ahead already, um, and we got like very, very preliminary info. So while I'm pulling that out, Grogo, I'm in special education, so in schools I'm a one-to-one. I work with students that need a little bit more support, kind of like getting them on task constantly. Right now, I work in the fourth grade. I've been first grade all the way up to high school. They kind of bounce me around every year. It's President's Week. We get the whole week off, so I get to kind of relax and do. I enjoy that, but I get to do the things that I enjoy doing and having fun and interacting with people. Battle for Naboo. What are some characters? Found in these subsections. Yeah, so one of the problems here is that we don't really know what's going to be used in the raid yet, right? So they say that they don't say all Galactic Republic, they don't say all Jedi, they don't say all Separatists or Gungans. What they do say here is that it's going to be a certain subset of characters within those factions. So it's really hard to talk about. Raid viability and what we want to do from a raid standpoint at this time, right? And I know this person they're going for Jedi Master Luke, and I think Jedi Master Luke is really a really solid plan. 5 million account. It's going to help them with. Let me just double check. It's going to help them with Ground War, getting to CT3. It's going to help them in Conquest. Um, it's going to help them move towards Jabba, but not necessarily get Java, right? But if we're talking about being raid viable, we don't know. We don't know anything yet. We only have like the most minuscule of idea. And I would say because there's only going to be 5 Gungans right now, that we can pretty safely assume that the entire Gungan faction will be usable. But what will be used outside of that, we're up in the air. Guess. Um, yeah, Gas, he comes from the second movie, the third movie. So whether or not Gas is going to be usable in this, like that's who the hell knows? We say separatists too, and that could be more Trade Federation than like General Grievous. But I would say you're probably safe with like Stop, which is a new character, so not something that's going to be in your wheelhouse just yet. And the basic characters, so like B1 and B2 or like Magna Guard, those are probably safe additions to your roster. I don't want to say that you should be in a holding pattern because you have Jedi Master Luke. on the horizon. What I do want to say, though, is that it probably is best for you to not think too terribly far into the future, and play that day by day. We'll probably get some raid information in the next, I would say, 2 to 4 weeks, and we'll have a better picture of which characters can be used. Um, and that's something that we probably want to strongly consider. Jedi Master Luke, definitely go for him now, right? That's 100%. It's just a really, really, really solid character to have. He's going to help you in Conquest. He's going to help you again with that CT3 in Ground War. You're already doing military might at CT3. He's actually going to help you with Proving Grounds as well. And he's going to build you towards Profundity and towards Jabba, right? So when it's time to actually make those decisions, for being raid viable, you'll be in a better position to do that. I do think Kelleran Beck, he is a character that we only really saw in a flashback. So we don't necessarily know when he or if he will be usable or not. We don't know what part of the timeline that was it. Well, we do. We know it's towards Order 66. Um, I would say he's probably a safe bet. And I do agree with Wampa that uh, characters like Qui-Gon almost definitely are going to be usable in the raid. Padme is a hit or miss because we are getting Queen Amidala, and Padme is from the second movie. General Kenobi is probably going to be in the raid just because we don't have a Phantom Menace Kenobi, and we have no idea whether he's going to be coming to the game, having more of a Phantom Menace apprentice. God, I can't remember. Padawan Kenobi. So we can probably look at Kenobi as being a safe bet, which, to your point of negotiator, and I understand what you're getting at when we're talking about negotiator and countering with Marauder. But the problem is, one, you don't have Marauder yet, right? And two, I'm willing to bet we haven't even started Bad Batch yet. So when you're talking about using Negotiator to counter some of the heavier hitters in GAC, you're talking about a squad that has something like Marauder. And if you're going to spend all of those Kyrotech working on Bad Batch, it might be better to go for the Profundity. And based on your fleet ranking right now, it looks like you're still hitting in that top five. So you won't necessarily have to go crystal after crystal after crystal after crystal after crystal, spending towards getting to 7 stars until you really feel like you absolutely have to. The interesting thing is we got this road ahead and we have no idea. We weren't told anything about a new fleet. Okay, so we don't have any idea if that's on the horizon, if Executor is going to be completely on the way out at that point. Um, I have the feeling I've heard the idea that hmm, that the road ahead was kind of rushed. So it seems kind of weird because we were so delayed. But I have a feeling that it was rushed out because there was no information for a pretty long amount of time. And we were kind of given like tidbits, right? We were told like, hey, blah, 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 this, or hey, blah, 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 that. But normally we're given like a little bit more concrete. So the last time we got Leviathan, and we got Leviathan like everything that you needed. Here we were told, hey, this is coming, but we don't know. Hey, this is coming, but we don't have any information. So it kind of puts you in a weird place. I would personally, based on the information that we have right now, say go Jedi Master Luke, and go for Profundity. I think that that's probably your safest bet right now. I just want to take a look. Oh, I'm throwing random things onto my real screen. Just give me a second. There we go. At your guild. So we're in like a 330 guild, right? Um, in terms of the box, let's just check out what you're doing for the Leia raid. 132 million, all right, that's not terrible. But in terms of the new raid and what to expect, I have a feeling that they're gonna, just like they did with Crate and just like they did with Speeder Bike, there's gonna be some really good newer options that work super well, and there's gonna be some good older options that work super well. And I have a feeling that you're gonna be pretty okay with some of the older options. Um, it's not necessarily me saying be in a holding pattern. It's me saying continue doing what you're doing with Jedi Master Luke. Move towards profundity. I think it's a safe move. And in a couple of months, when we have more information, you can decide to pivot. I personally think, though, you will be served better with getting Jabba than you will be served really pushing for the raid. I think it's just going to help you out a lot more to go that route in terms of setting your account up with modding. Um, and at that time, when we get more raid information, that's when you can kind of say, you know what, maybe I want to take a couple of these characters up as well. When it comes to Negotiator, just as a fleet, just to have it up, I want to take a look. Let's see where we're at with it. Let's see, negotiate. I mean, we've got it at 5 stars. I know a lot of people use their get to on Kyrotech, and that's probably what you're using your get to on right now. I don't think. Hmm. I don't think it's a terrible idea to bring it towards 7 stars, right? I don't think it's a terrible idea, but I don't think it's necessary right now. I just think do the JML, do the profundity. In a month you'll have way more information, but I do think Jabba's a smarter play for you than really trying to invest heavily in this raid. I don't think you're going to make too much of a difference for your guild, and I do think that there'll be some older options that'll help you more so than having to build towards like Kelleran Beck. And Kelleran Beck is great in Territory Wars. He's a great character. He's a great addition to the game. Not saying don't build him, but are you going to get the same benefit from building a character like that versus getting like the Smugglers Run 2 event, which is running today. I still have to do my Smugglers Run 2 actually. Um, I don't necessarily think so. In a month, we can have a more concrete conversation about this. So if you do watch this, I'll send this to you later. Um, if you do end up watching it, hit me up in a month and we'll be able to talk a little bit more about raid viability because I think that's when we're going to see that information. All right. We're going to move into the next thing here because when I do these reviews every day like I have been doing this week. Only like one or two come in each day, and then I end up doing a lot on Sundays. And I don't have that problem when I don't have to go to work, right? So we are going to throw this up on the screen. Got to get my Smuggler's Run 2 done. Jar Jar, I think if you are here, you happen to know I'm your biggest fan. Um, if you could come to my roster for free, that would be great. If you have an in with Meathead, then by all means, please let me know because I'm your biggest fan, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to get you day one. Um, so let's hope for the best. I do want to shout out. I don't know if he watches my live streams, but I want to shout out to a friend of mine. Damn, Chewbacca is dead. We'll hold that thought. Smugglers Run 2, for those of you who don't know, it is autoable. You just have to kind of get to the first taunt with Chewbacca, and then it's like an 80% win rate. But I want to give a shout out to my boy Lumi, who I woke up this morning and, motherfucker, somebody, Lumi, had bought me, oh geez, like 10 beers, like for my Jar Jar fund. So I want to give him a shout out. I meant to reach out to him on Discord earlier today, and I'm gonna have to do that after this as well. It means a lot. It really does, because I'm all in on getting this guy. Um, all right, good. It looks like we have a better time this time. I've been finding it hard to not do my conquest right in the morning. I normally do it at like 6 in the morning, but since I knew I'd be streaming later in the day, um, mother, I figured I might as well wait. Normally, it does not take me 3 times to get through this. I don't know what's going on today. I guess the game just doesn't want me to do conquest. That's okay. It'll get done eventually. I don't have as much of a time crunch as I did yesterday. We're almost there. There we go. And hopefully that completes correctly, because sometimes it gets a little bit iffy in phase three. Oof, man. I'm excited for today. I'm hoping that we get some more information a little bit later today, about what's going on with the game and everything else. Oh, jeez. So I'm hoping that we get that, and either the patch today or the patch tomorrow would be really nice for all that back end stuff, and then maybe some of my guild mates will buy me some packs. I doubt they will. That's okay. I only do everything for them. Wampa, at lunch, I like to do my what is that called? My Duolingo. I've been trying to learn Korean. Today I'm on my 101-day streak. Um, I can speak maybe 2 or 3 sentences accurately ish. Um, so at lunch, I like to sit alone in my classroom and do some lessons. I've only done one today though, because I was at home today. Uh, let's see. And as this is running through, all right, we're almost there. Almost there. This is where it sometimes gets a little bit weird. It really just depends on who my characters attack. So we're gonna hope that it works out correctly. Cheers, yubba nub dub, yubba nub dub, yubba nub. I want to say yub. What is it? Rubba lubba dub dub or whatever it is. Um, I am not. I'm learning it on my own. So for those of you that don't know, I got back from Korea in November. I was there actually only for a weekend, from Friday to Monday. Um, and my brother actually lives there. He's lived there for like 6 years, I think now. Um, and he was getting married, so we went over to Korea. It was a 15 and a half hour flight. Um, and obviously, most people there speak a little bit of English, but I obviously was the outsider there and didn't understand the language. And I do want to go back because I have family that lives there. But I also want his wife to feel, more comfortable and more part of the family. So I've been just kind of challenging myself to try to learn a little bit. And I'll sometimes message her on Instagram in Korean, and she's been practicing her English a little bit, but not regularly. If I had someone here, it would be a little bit easier. Um, Darth Grogu, we are doing 37, and once Zepho comes out, which will never happen, right? Then we'll be doing 38, and and yes, I am an Awakened Mandalorians. I am one of the officers there. I handle their recruiting. I handle their TB. Um, I think that's really all. Well, that's a lot, but that's most of what I do. Um, the recruiting is what takes, the most of my time. Thankfully, we haven't had anyone leave in a while. Yeah, yeah. There's no what? Yeah, no. Do I? Unless you're J-Dub, right? No, don't play games with me. I don't know. There's nobody in Mando that has a name like that. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who you are. I understand where you are. I got you, man. Lord Sus. Those were some fun days. Yeah, I heard some things on the Awaken server, the Awaken servers. You ditched me after a while. Um, but we won't go into any specifics or anything. We'll go from we'll go from there. Wampa, I agree, man. I have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, but it would really help my guild out, the other guys in my guild, to be able to do Jedi Knight Cal. So I'm hoping that'll be nice. It'll kind of stink if it's announced in the middle of a TB week. That'd be dumb. But I guess if they announce it for next week, then it's really not that big of a deal. Um, we're almost done with this. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. I hate this stupid event. Ba-da-da-da-da. Come on. All right. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, I know that the mission is doable with Baby Cal. I didn't want to push it with Baby Cal because I know it's harder, and I just don't want to have to explain it to people constantly. I want to be honest, I don't even really know how to use Jedi Knight Cal Kestis kit. I just hit auto with him, so I am gonna have to next time actually learn how to do that mission. Um, we got a lot of guys who are, you know, half AFK, half not, half the time. So I try not. Oh, I should probably check to see if we maxed this before I. Oh, perfect. We did. Nice. All right, let's get some conquest done. Get this out of the way. See what we gotta do today. What are my missions again? Bounty hunters, confuse. Confuse is easy because of rebels. Potency up, empire units. Okay, potency up is not too big a deal. I do want to go down this route. Let's put on some bounty hunters. I don't need any of these guys for anything. All right, perfect. You guys have an easy first day of Conquest. Those of you that were here yesterday, hopefully you saw I had a pretty easy day. I tried some experimental things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't work. But overall, I'm happy. I do wish I got a voluntary Vanguard. I didn't yet. I'm hoping that today I get it. We'll we'll see what happens. Hold up, guys. I'm just realizing my mic was turned off. I'm assuming you can hear me because we've been chatting, but you're hearing me through my computer, correct? Because I'm gonna turn my mic back on in a minute. I'm really dumb sitting here for 20 minutes and not having my actual mic on. I must have had my laptop mic on, right? Hopefully. Be really, really stupid. I feel like some of you have messaged me, so makes me look like an amateur, but I am. That's okay. What do I need? Potency up. Potency up is old Ben, I think. Yes. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Yeah. Da, 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 da. All right. Is my sound echoing at all? Hopefully not. I was playing with my stream settings earlier, and I messed a bunch of things up. So just making sure. Let's see. Yeah. Who do I want? One, two. Let's do that. All right. Okay. Let's just do this. Goal is to just get this out of the way as fast as possible. Sus, you have like an R9 everything. Alright, I'm going to kill you because I don't want to deal with anything. Okay. But, I hate these stupid Night Sister, well, Conquest battles where I have to hit the same thing over and over again. Oh, look at that. See? Not paying attention. Alright, well, I don't care. It's 20 energy, whatever it is. Alright, well, I'm just going to throw that on auto and lose then. A little preoccupied trying to fix something with my sound going into my ears right now. Desktop audio. This is why we don't change things. Alright, well, for those of you just tuning in, you're watching Egnards screw himself over and do things incorrectly. Wasted my first battle for the day. Okay, I mean, it's not that bad. Do this again. Let's take you out. We'll throw in you to make it a little easier in case I mess it up again. You do have an R9 everything, man. if I remember correctly, you were pretty stacked even a year and a half, 2 years ago. And if you have an R9, what's his name, Gungan before me, Jar Jar, be a little bit upset. Yeah, only 13.9, no big deal. Obviously, it's not a thing that's important or not. You will day one. Okay, nice. Thanks. My goal is to have them before you. Am I gonna drop multiple stacks? No, I have a mortgage payment, so that's not gonna happen. I am saving all my crystals for him, and any tip money I get is going towards him. But that's about it because I have to make smart financial decisions. Okay. God, I hate this game. Thank you. Yep, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't that happen? This is why. Good evening. Oh man, it's so late where you are. It is like 1 o'clock here. Can we just finish this stupid battle? I'm finishing it now. I don't care. Get rid of Ventress. Take a look. Alright, we're just finishing this because I can't deal with it. All the way from Norway. I'm honored that anyone across all the way. Oh, perfect! I did it. That far away is tuning in to watch me mumble to myself and sing the McDonald's jingle in my head. You gonna pay me $300 to do your conquest? It's a deal, man. I red crate every time. On your account, it'll be nice and easy. Well, I've been saving my crystals for Jar Jar for a very, very long time. Because I knew he was coming. I knew it was happening this year. I was ready for it. I had to be prepared, and I'm not even prepared because he's going to be a journey, right? And that means I need like 70,000 more crystals if I want to get him in any type of like a timely manner or anything like that. So it kind of stinks. Come on, nothing I want. Don't like any of it. Alright, we're going to take this just in case. Just for fun. We're not going to use it though. 1,500. So Monkey, I actually already did the math. I did it yesterday. It'll take between $500 and $900. So it's not anywhere near as bad as you expect it to be, but it is going to be tough. I do need Emperor at Pyre kills, so let's get some of these guys in there. Some hard hitters, and let's do Yeah, let's do that. Oh man, what I need to figure out. Well, this is based off of the 7.76 EV is what it would be. You know, it's not really that your drop rates suck, it's just the drop rates suck overall. Channels up perfect. We got this. I kind of low key. It would be really great if I tried to do this and then I just kept getting the 330, and then it would be so much cheaper. That would be really nice. Then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't normally buy packs. I feel like in this instance, see, I want that luck. You're complaining that you never get anything, right? And you got 330 on both of those, or are you talking about somebody else? So Jar Jar, again, I did the math yesterday based on patterns, and to get him day one, it is going to be very tough to do it that way. I'm hoping that I am able to, but I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that it is going to be a little bit more towards the average, which does mean that you will end up having to hard farm at least two of them. You know, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind. But it could also be like Jedi Knight Cal. Jedi Knight Cal was very, very forgiving, and if it's like Jedi Knight Cal, I'll be very, very happy because then I won't have to hard whale anything. Mike Box 2. Ba-ba-da-da. Channels or project disable. Man, audio monitoring device. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure this out tomorrow. It's annoying, but that's fine. I can just listen. Basically, what I did is I played around with my sound earlier, trying to get something to work, and now I'm hearing my own sound, and it's in my headset, and it's kind of pissing me off. And I don't remember what setting I changed. Oh well. We got bonus notes, yes, for Leia, and we might get bonus notes again. I actually, when we talk about it from a business standpoint, I think that CG tried something, and I don't think it worked the way that they wanted it to work. So I'm thinking that it's not going to be anywhere as nice as it's been in the past. And that's not to say it's going to be mean. That's not to say that we're not going to have good things. Um, but I do think that all those bonuses that they gave us last time, it's not going to be similar to that. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a harder time with this than we did with anything else. That's just my thought, though. You know, that could be totally wrong. And I hope that it's wrong. I hope that that's not the case, but I do think that that probably is more the case than anything that we've had in the past. Da, 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 da. Oh, I think I got it. Guys, I just want to confirm that you can still hear me. So let me know. I think I fixed the issue that I was just having. So now I'm not hearing myself. But I want to make sure that you can still hear me. So hopefully, give it like 20 seconds and someone will say, hey, yeah, we do. Or I'm talking to myself. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I apologize again. Like I said earlier, I was playing with a lot of settings, trying to figure something out, and I really didn't know what I was doing. And I just fixed the settings so I'm not hearing myself in my headphones anymore and driving myself crazy. So now I'm relieved and not as preoccupied as I was before. Let's see, what do we got here? Defeat with Scout. Oh, I hate this one. This stupid Scouts Trooper thing. Anthony, good morning. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. We're just having a grand old time while I auto my way through everything in the game, because that's what Egnards does. There was a guy on Reddit this morning who was complaining about the game, you know, just to complain about Reddit some more. No, not complain about Reddit, but talk about it. You know, and I basically kind of said to him, there's so many things in this game, I understand, that do take a lot of time, but there's also so many things that you can do in this game to, like, lighten up that time. And I do wish it was more. I wish there was more things that we could kind of reduce. And hopefully we get more of those things in the future. But at least for right now, there are ways, and that's what we're doing right now, right? I'm not really paying attention to my Conquest as much as I should be paying attention to my Conquest. But that's like a quality of life thing for me, to not have to do those things. Oof, gross. Hate this. I am having a bad second day. Do not like this. We're going to take this off of auto and see if I can salvage it. Probably cannot. Ugh. Oof, oof. Oh, yeah, that's not salvageable. Okay, we're going to go in with the Leia team then. Going with Leia. We'll do this the easy way. That was embarrassing. That was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Hopefully you guys are having a better second day in Conquest than I apparently am having, because it's not working out for me. I don't have the discs that I want to have yet. I have all these discs that are not useful in the way that I want them to be useful. You know, yes, no, it depends. I do, you know, I auto what I know I can auto. With Conquest, I like to experiment with what I can auto. So there's sometimes like a learning curve, but for the most part, I do the mechanics. There are some mechanics that are just so long that I don't care to learn those mechanics. You know, some characters, it's like reading an Ayn Rand novel, and I just don't have the time. I don't have the desire to sit down and read a book and then give it 3 stars on Goodreads because it wasn't a very interesting one. But I do like to think that for the most part, I know the mechanics of what needs to get done. All right. Oh, voluntary vanguard. We want that. Let's see. Do we want to go bottom or top? I'd rather go top. Perfect. So let's put CLS in for this one. And I do need to get some confuses. So the problem with CLS team, well, not the problem, but is that it wins so quickly. And it's really hard to slow them down. I'm gonna try to. And when you do slow them down, you end up losing. So we're gonna try, but I don't think it's gonna work the way I want it to. See, it's not even getting his turns. I would love for old Daka to get a turn. Oh, perfect. Oh, he's only resurrecting 2 of them. Now everybody's dying. Wonderful. While you guys are, hanging out and watching me lose in Conquest or whatever else, after my TB and after Conquest, I will, if I have any more left, if anyone's reached out to me on Discord, I'll, do a couple more roster reviews. If that's something you're interested in, you can hit me up on Discord. It's Egnards with no capital letters. I'll send you my roster review thread. You get me back with that information, and we'll take care of it at the end as long as there's no patch. Well, I guess it wouldn't even matter if there was a patch because that is something that I don't need the actual game to be able to do. Okay. Let's just do that. Oh, that was stupid. Should have used his other move. Oh well. Live and learn. Ooh, nice. To my roster review thread, yeah, I'll show you while we're doing this. I forget that I can post these things in chats. Pulling up my Reddit now. Let me get into a battle. Let's see. Do you want to kill Bad? Yeah, okay. We'll do this. Yeah, you can. But, so here's the thing with reviews. I don't watch a lot of reviews. I don't watch a lot of reviews, but I do watch other people do it with ally codes and being in game. And I find that when people do that and they do this back and forth, it's really hard because there is a little bit of a delay on the camera, and it becomes a very one-sided conversation and a guessing game. A lot of the people that I do reviews for are not watching my stream live, right? They're watching my stream a couple hours later. I timestamp it for them. I send it out to them. And they're able to watch it on their own time. So, like, for example, the person I did a review for a little earlier today, he's most likely sleeping right now. And it allows me to do reviews for people even when they're not here, and kind of get back to them later. It also allows them to give me some context on their account rather than just saying, here is my account and go at it. I can't post it. Well, actually, I can. Hold on. So when people send me a message that has more context, I'm able to better help them. I'm able to say, oh, hey, this is what I think you should do, with a greater degree of authority than some of the people who might just kind of look at your account willy-nilly in game. .gg also gives me a lot better access to see how close you are to things, whereas going in game, you have to kind of always keep a mental framework of that stuff. So, Anthony, kind of the same thing. You're like, hey, TB, it might take me an hour to do, and you might not be here, but if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can send me the information at any time. I get to it, and then I'll send it to you back at any time. So the system works really nicely. I've been doing them for a long time with a lot of people. Monkey, I see your message that was withheld automatically by the whatever Twitch moderator thing happens. What I will say is I have done so many drop rate studies that I can confirm for you. I've talked to statisticians. I have 50,000 data points on different parts of this game, and I can very, very, very confidently say that CG does not mess with your drop rates. So Jar Jar, what I do is people send me a message, if you haven't seen them before, people send me a message based on what's in that thread, and it's usually like a nice paragraph. And then I read it over, and this week I'm not working because we have off from school. But I'll usually do them on Sundays. Right now I'm doing them just every day because I'm at home and I don't want to drive my wife nuts while I'm, just sitting on the couch. And then I do them on camera with the context I was giving. I kind of give you a timestamp to say, hey, this is where your review is in terms of the time in the video. And then you only have to watch, a 15-minute quick clip. And then you can send me back more context. What normally happens is I send out some questions, or I give a couple different paths. People watch the video, they come back and they say, oh, by the way, this, and that thing that I forgot. And then I just have a chat with you on Discord with any additional thoughts that you might have. Again, I've done probably about 200 reviews at this point, and the system works really nicely. Oof, gross. Okay, what do I gotta do? More confuses, more bounty hunters, more empire. Okay, well, I want to get these confuses out of the way. Right, and I already see people like to friend me and say hi, and it's really nice when people, like, so earlier I did a review for somebody, and they came back to me a few months later and said, hey, by the way, this is where I'm at now. And it's cool when I get those messages and they, say, hey, you gave me all this context and it was great and it was very helpful. And it's nice when I get those check-in messages. Oof. Ugh, gross. Come on. I hate this stupid fucking team. Is what it is. Is what it is. Oh well. I mean, I am at like, what, 60% stamina. Oh well. I might actually have to, no, I don't have to do a 100 refresh, I'll just do it another day. Let's get some Empire in here then. We'll do another one of these. Yeah, we'll do this. No, not you. I don't need a tank now. Is this Stark? I can never remember the last few years. Don't need a tank now, so let's do that. Multi-stream. Get it done. There we go. Decepticons, how's it going? Thanks for joining us again, my man. Just trying to get through my stuff for the day, and so that I don't have to do it later after I have to go and teach some classes around like 3. I like to get this stuff done before that, so I don't have to worry about it. Do I want any of these things? I'm going to pick up one of these just for later, just in case. Jar Jar, yeah, I have guides on every planet, and I say guides, I don't like to call them guides because I don't actually talk over these things, but I have ways of autoing everything on pretty much every planet of ROTE, or every planet that I've been to in ROTE. And a lot of people have found them really helpful. Help with farming Jar Jar, that's its own thing, because we don't really know what to expect from that yet, right? Like, we don't know what that event is going to look like. We don't know how much time we're going to have before the event comes out with those characters. It's really just regular farming at that, or at this point. And as we get more information, you know, my goal is, oh, come on, to get Jar Jar on day one. And if I can get Jar Jar on day one, I'll be very, very happy. There we go. Wish somebody else had confused. CP3PO is low. There we go. The goal, my strategy with Conquest is, you know, just get through it as fast as I can, and let's do Leia here. Get through it as fast as I can, and then clean it up later. Some days I'm better at it than others. Let's do Jairus. Get through. Alright, this should help. Wonderful. Yeah, Decepticon, exactly. I try to be as efficient as I possibly can without, you know, going too crazy with it. And then I go back later, and I take care of it later. Oh, come on. And then during those farming days, you know, it's a lot easier to deal with. I hate this stupid frickin' team. Hate them so much. You know what? I should have done that on Starkiller. Oh well, he's gonna fuck up my shit now. Stupid Omicron. Oh, well. Not as bad as I expected. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter now. I can take out Barris because Starkiller's already done his stupid thing. There we go. Normally I would do this with like Cat, just to get rid of it. Just because I don't want to deal with it. Normally I also have the data disks I want. Just throw it on auto for the rest. I can't even, Jar Jar, I can't even imagine having 2 accounts. I think it would, I would go insane if I had to If I had to play this game on more than one account, it would drive me crazy. I don't even know how I would do it. I hmm, don't need that. Let's see what these other teams. Okay, I should be all right here. You know what? What do I have? I have Voluntary Vanguard. I have 2 Amplify Agony. No, I'm gonna just keep pushing. Should I keep pushing? It is a boss. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing. Let's do it, right? Let's just do it. Get some stuns in on my team. Why not? Oh, God. See what happens. Yeah, I barely get things done on a one count. I have there are some guys in my guild that have multiple accounts that they do, and they help. It does help us whenever we do lose somebody, but I can't imagine doing it. It's so much effort, and it's an amount of effort that I'm not willing to put in, which is crazy, right? Because everybody thinks that I'm like this big, like, effort-driven guy, but I try to be as lazy as I possibly can be in the game. Of course. For the record, I did know that this was going to be a pain in the ass team to send. I'm just hoping that I can get it done so that I don't have to push with a lower stamina team. Ugh. Just keep going and going and going. Alright, we're almost there. There we go. Go from there. Okay. Regrettably, PTP. I just got your Discord message. You know, if I get to it today, if I have time, after doing TB, I'll do it today. If not, you know, oh, perfect. So it's Anthony. If not, you know, I'll be doing this all week just because I'm home right now for the day. So if I don't get to it today, it'll almost more than likely be done tomorrow without any issues. And I'll always send it back to you just so that if you happen to miss it, you know, you'll be able to find it easily. I just find that system works really, really well. Man, I need my data disks. There we go. Oh my God, too high level. I couldn't imagine. I know some content creators. Celiac Sarah does 2 conquests at a high level. I can't fathom. Without Conquest, I think without Conquest it would not be so bad, and I'd be pretty okay. It's with Conquest that makes it just something that I can't ever imagine doing. What do I have? 2 amplifies, a sweetness. Okay, so I need at least 1 more amplify. And then I can start grinding those other feats that are problematic. Shout out to these 4 that got me some extra get. You know what? I'm hoping that somebody finishes. I'm just gonna throw this in here. I'm hoping that somebody finishes one of the platoons day two, because day two can be pretty tough without platoons if you're doing it on auto. Um, which is the goal, obviously, right? Is to be able to do it on auto. So I'm low-key hoping that by stalling for a few more minutes, that somebody will get there, but it is still early. It's only 1:20, so I think that that's highly doubtful. Yeah, but I could see that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that if you got the time to do it, and that's what, you get some enjoyment out of, good for you. I'm not somebody to tell people how to spend their time. That's on everybody to find enjoyment in the things that they enjoy doing, right? Like, so if it's something that you're there for, then do that. That's cool. We all have our things. Anthony, so I do two things. I'm a special education one-to-one. So I work in special ed, and right now I work with fourth graders. I also have a karate program. So when I talk about work being off, but then having to teach classes later, I have to go teach some martial arts classes. I got to leave here at about 3 or so, maybe a little bit longer. Um, One is a job, one is more of a passion, but I do enjoy both of them. They're both, a lot of fun. All right, perfect. And I have a conquest battle. All right, we'll get to that later. Let's see what this looks like. No platoons yet, but we're getting close. I don't really use Star Killer, so I'll give you my Star Killer. What else? I don't use Scythe because that mission is stupid. I don't even bother with that one. And the rest, we'll let them figure out on their own until I figure out my stuff. Which one is this? This. All right, let's throw Executor here. See what happens. There we go. Yesterday we got pretty unlucky. Normally I'm able to full clear day one, except usually I'll miss one battle because of course not. Of course, why would I be able to do them all? And it's always a different battle. It's never the same battle. Yesterday we lost 2 battles, which sucked. I was a little disappointed, but my guild doesn't really need the points, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's see, there we go, almost there, nice. Oh, okay. It's funny, while I do this, I go on like Reddit, and people ask me questions. Oh, how do you auto this? How do you auto that? And I mean, I have the videos. They're right there. Just click on them, and you will see how to auto things. Yeah, TW is one of my least favorite things in the entire world. I hate doing it. I hate setting up the teams. People keep telling me hot utils you can kind of like set up through there. I've never done it. I do have hot utils. I've just haven't had the chance to go in yet and like check it out and see how to use those settings because I'm so busy wasting my time autoing everything. Um, ooh. Oh, look at that. We finished it. Okay. Java mission's super easy. This one is basically like it's a joke. You can pretty much use anyone with Java. We'll just use these guys because we can. And because it'll be faster. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. We done? No, we're not there yet. Okay. Bouncing between all of my tabs. Let's see how we doing. Oh, got everything done. Almost. Did we finish yet? No, this is such a long battle. I hate this battle. There we go. Alright. Oh, no, we're not there yet. I lied. Oh, I thought I lost you guys for a second. Sorry, that was my fault. Good morning, Justin. How's it going? Afternoon. I say good morning a lot. I know that. I recognize that about myself. It's one of my toxic traits. It's not morning. I don't care. I just find good morning to be a better way to say hello. Well, Larry, we already know that there's all four. We're gonna have a full Gungan team, right? We're getting three named Gungans. We're getting Boss Nass. We are getting Captain Tarples. We are getting two unnamed, and then obviously we're getting Jar Jar. I originally thought that Jar Jar would actually be on a Naboo team, and that Gungans would come later. But I guess they have decided to embrace the Gungans, and they're doing that right off the bat, right? So I don't know when we're going to get more information on them. Some people are thinking that we're going to get a Boss Nass release today, or like a kit reveal today. But we'll see, right? I'm kind of hoping. I'm excited. Though the longer it takes, the more crystals that I will get in the interim, which will help me for the Jar Jar grind. So if they do take their time, then I'm cool with it. But I got a guy on Discord who I helped with his roster, and he's constantly sending me all these great speed rolls he gets, and I told him, I think this morning, I was like, you're really pissing me off because I never get rolls like that. So you are super lucky. I wish that I got rolls anywhere near as good as some of the people get, because I just don't. It's just I don't know. I wish it would be super great if I did, but I do not. I did some rolls yesterday on Riva. I think I got one speed roll out of just so many rolls, and it was annoying, and I was not happy about it at all. Let's see. Share. Copy. There we go. I actually have to check in with somebody. I'm supposed to film a Tales episode tonight with somebody, but I guess we never actually confirmed it, so I gotta check in with that guy and see if that's actually happening today. And yeah, for those of you that didn't know, the Hondo mission is nice and easy with Night Sisters. I think the Kira mission will be doable, but I don't have Kira at Relics. I'm not willing to do her right now since I'm low on crystals for Jar Jar. This is the Hondo one. What do I want to use here? What do I want to... Ray, you know, I'm going to use Ray. Ray sometimes gets stuck on this mission, and it is annoying when that happens, but we are going to try it out. Good afternoon, Warlock. It's nice to see you again, my man. I like, you know, it's nice when you guys check in, and I'm starting to recognize names of people. That's nice. When you kind of make those connections with people and you know them and you're like, oh, hey, this is somebody that I know and I've talked to before. Larry, that's how I feel about Bo. I was all in on Bo. I've slowed down Bo considerably. I don't do any refreshes on her characters anymore. I'm just taking it day by day. She's a luxury for me. I don't particularly care whether I get her anytime in the near future or not because of the Gungans, and I'm all in on it. So hopefully it pays off, and I don't get stuck doing it the slow way. That would really annoy me if I spend all of these crystals. It would really annoy me if I spent all those crystals for nothing. Axeman, good morning. I messaged you back, right, on Discord about the R9s and the R10s, or did I do that in my head? Sometimes so many people message me, and I had a guy checking out some stuff in my house, and I'm pretty sure I did, but maybe I didn't hit enter. So hopefully I did. But if I didn't, you know, I personally believe R9s only when you need them, right? I never do an R9 preemptively unless I firmly believe in that character. So like Jar Jar. Jar Jar is a firm R9 for me. There is no questions about that. There's no second guessing that. It is happening regardless of anything. There's nothing stopping that. But other than like a character that you find is going to materially help you, I never do them preemptively. That's just my thought process. I know that's not everybody's thought process. It's just, you know, as you were saying in your messages too, It's such an expensive material that it's really hard to justify um, doing it for no reason, unless it's Jar Jar, right? If it's Jar Jar, then you do it. We're still on. See, I hate this. This stupid mission takes forever. Oh man. All right. Well, guys, while this mission is running, I'm just gonna run downstairs real quick and grab a drink of water because this Hondo tier can take forever. So I'll be back 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I'll be back quick. Be right back. Oof. Kind of cool if I could like set up an AI to just do all this for me and just turn on my game and it did everything for me. That would be super awesome, right? But unfortunately, I don't know how to do anything with AI, so you know, it is what it is. Good afternoon to all of you that are just joining us. So far, we are 100% on this TV, which is nice. It is really nice to see that even without platoons, we can get this all done nice and quickly. I am a little bit worried about Geonosis. It's a super, super easy planet to do without platoons. It is a little bit of a harder planet to do without platoons and on auto at the same time, just because it's all bosses. So I'm a little nervous about that. Exactly, Warlock. Why play the game when you can when you cannot play the game? Well, you know, Warlock, it comes down to what I think are chores in the game versus what I enjoy in the game, right? And I like pushing the new stuff, and part of my enjoyment now is finding ways, you know, to kind of help people and do things automatically. I really was looking forward to the new style of raiding with Crate and with Endor, but neither of them really scratched my itch for something interesting. I think in the older days, we had to like really learn a raid and figure out a raid, and these new ones are just so easy that there's no like figuring out going on. So I don't find them interesting in the same way. You know, it would be really nice if obviously you have to have some kind of reward structure. But if over the first couple weeks, you know, we had to really learn a strategy in order to really bolster our rewards, that would be super interesting to me. There would be a lot of theory crafting there for me, and I like doing that. So maybe the new Naboo raid will kind of scratch that itch, hopefully. I can't say that I've never manualed Endor anymore. The last raid cycle, I did one manual run. So I can't say it's never happened anymore. I did one. Tomorrow my raid comes up tonight, so we'll probably do them tomorrow during the day, during the stream. I've started doing Leia on manual. I don't really need to. I don't think it's going to materially change my raid box. I think for a first time, I did 2.5 million with her as a solo without remodding, so I thought that was pretty good. Without reading the strategies, I know there's a very specific strategy to solo with her and to max your score. I didn't read them. I just kind of went in, and the only strategy I knew was never click the middle button, and that did seem to work. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see this. See, sometimes get stuck here. Decepticon, I 100% agree with you. And like I said, I've only ever one time manualed it, and that was last time. I don't like the moving background. I don't like the raid at all. Um, Come on, let's make this easy. Usually Hero Finn makes this easy enough because of his whatever that no whatever thing is called. All right, no healing is. I'm gonna take this off auto to try to complete it, just so I don't have to back out of the battle, because I have a feeling that might end up having to happen, unfortunately. And I hate the idea of that, but it is what it is. Maybe not. No? Okay, maybe we do. We're gonna hope for the best. Alright, well, what we're gonna do is I think I can get this to a point where I can beat it. There we go. Pop that. Pop another one. Going to this, that. Might just back out of this at this point, because it is not fun. Not fun at all. Really got to remember not to use Ray, because it's just a waste. Alright, we're going to back out, because I don't feel like sitting there for the next 20 minutes. I don't need the points. Let's see. Braca. Yeah, you get, the rewards that you get for it are nice, and I could get more with it not on auto, but the thing is, like, I also value my time pretty heavily, and on auto I can do it in 20 minutes without even watching it, and doing whatever else. But on manual, it's going to take me 30 to 40 minutes, and I actually am going to have to pay attention to the screen. And for something that's just, I think that CG was on the right, they did the right thing by making it a 6-day, but they kind of defeated the purpose by also increasing the amount of battles, and that was kind of disheartening to me to see that we kind of did both, right? We brought it up, but then we kind of increased the amount that you had to do anyway. And it was like a, not a catch-22, but it kind of defeated the purpose. If they had kept it at 5 battles, I think it would have gone over a little bit more, a little bit better for me. And I've said this on other streams, but what I do wish that they did is, I understand the desire to want us to R8 things. I wish that they allowed us to bolster our team with the other R8s that are a part of the raid. So essentially, let's say I had all of the R8s, so every character in the raid required at R8. I could send in just my 3-man Leia team, also include those characters like in the background, and then do one raid run and get a multiplied score. And in that way, you would still need to R8 everything, which is what they want, but you would not have to spend more than 5 minutes doing just one each time. Oh wow, I lost that one. That doesn't happen a lot. Interesting. That is interesting. Okay, well, we are not having the greatest day, are we? The nice thing is that it doesn't matter. Let's see, did I get any here yet? Nothing here yet. I believe Acklay. Okay, C-Watt can do this, I think, pretty easily even without platoons. So we'll do that first. C1. I do find that having some of the tanks there is helpful for it. Let's do Darth Revan. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Axe, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that it was a very basic raid, and they did learn a lot with that first one, and I'm hoping that they learn a lot more with this next raid, and it gives us a better third raid. So I am hopeful on in that regard. You know, my guild is at a point where we are at the higher end, so we don't. We do benefit. Obviously, everybody benefits when you get higher raid rewards, but we don't feel limited by the lower raid rewards, and most of us, we've decided that we are happier with a lower score, and not having to spend time. You know, so it is a trade-off. It's a trade-off that I personally, I am happy to make, if that makes sense. Java event. Nothing yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Jar Jar, I agree with you. You know, very low effort. Again, I wish I could do it in one. I would rather spend, and I think, I don't know if everybody agrees with me, but I would rather spend 15 minutes doing one run with one team than 15 minutes doing 8 runs with 8 teams. That's just me personally. I feel like there's less monotony if I have to have one strategic battle that needs to be done, as opposed to doing 8 times the same battle with pretty much effectively the same strategy with each team. That's kind of where I struggle with the raid, is the monotony of doing it 8 times in a very short amount of time. And if that were shored up, I would at least feel a lot better about my time being spent. You know, is that everybody? I don't know. Do people agree with me? I don't know, but for me, that's where my feelings on that lie. Let's see, Acklay. Acklay I can usually do with SLKR. What do we want to do here? Let's do Conquest. Let's try this and see if it works. Find out. Find out together. Right. I'd rather one raid a week. Right? One raid a week. Give me one raid a week and I'm okay. And it can take 10 minutes. It could take 15 minutes. That's fine. That's not what bothers me. It's that it's the same thing 8 times in a week. Um, 'Cause I used to do like WoW raiding, WoW raiding 40 people, 6 hours against bosses. Like I'm not a stranger to raiding. Raiding is not an issue. I did it in the Old Republic, it wasn't an issue. I did it in, if anyone remembers Star Wars Galaxies, we used to do Tusken raids. We used to do, there was a Geonosis Arena raid that we did. There was um, the Rebel Corvette raid that we did, so we did all of these things. I'm no stranger to that. Perfect. I was a little bit nervous about this battle without platoons, but it looks like we're doing okay. Now, SLKR can be kind of funky, but this battle is usually on the easier side, so we should be okay. Even though it's a little funky sometimes, we should be fine. And we'll see. Okay, there we go. Oh, did we do it? Yes, we did. Wasn't even paying attention. See, that's the nice thing about doing these things on auto is I don't have to pay attention, and I can still complete them, and then I can help my guild out and give them, who's missing? Oh, there. Give them what they need. I can do Inquisitor. Inquisitors can actually do all of the battles. I try to just change it up. On YouTube, I have the list of everything that can auto, and I've done Inquisitors against every one of the bosses. No problem. Sometimes I use Lord Vader with just random Empire. No problem. It's just, it gets, I was talking to one of my guildmates, it gets boring doing the same teams against the same things. So sometimes it's just fun to experiment a little bit and try something a little different just to see if it works. All right. Second sister, ninth sister. I think Leia works better on this one. Afternoon Rebel. We're just getting towards the end of this TB and getting our stuff done for the day, and then I think I have at least one more roster review. Somebody, Anthony, actually had reached out on Discord and sent me some of his stuff, and we'll try to get that done as well. And maybe it's about 2 o'clock. I'm kind of hoping for a CG message for the day, and we'll see if we actually. Oh, did I use R2? We'll see if we actually get one. I guess I already used R2. Oh, right, I did. I did against with Ray in that stupid battle. What do I want to do then? Let's do. I don't. Let's do cannon. Showers. Okay, let's do that. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, what I normally do while I'm at work is I'll throw in a battle when I can throw in a battle, and then I'll turn my phone over, and just like let it run while I'm working. I'll do it while I'm at the dojo. If I'm working on something on the computer, I will throw a battle on. while I'm working. So how long a battle takes usually doesn't matter to me. While I'm on stream, it doesn't really matter because I prefer chatting with people anyway. So it's kind of like it's kind of just the background noise to hanging out with everybody, saying hi to everybody, reminding everybody that I will make sure to have Jar Jar Binks on day one. Everything else is just gravy. I hate these Bracca battles so much. It's one of my least favorite planets, but thankfully Leia can usually do it on auto. Because of the way the taunts work, she's not the most reliable on auto all of the time. But we just kind of do what we can do, and we hope for the best with it. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, I'm going to blame the fact that I already used R2-D2 when I shouldn't have. See what happens here. I don't actually really want you to go past the taunt, if we're being honest. But that is the fun of auto, isn't it? The fun of auto is we just see what happens and we let the fates decide more than anything else. Ooh. Look at that. The fates smiled on us there. I was really nervous. I didn't know if I should turn it off auto or not. But she helped us out. Scared me a little. But she got there in the end. She did what I needed her to do. I'm happy about it. I feel good about that. Padme Cat. I have not tried Padme Cat. Does that work? I've done JMK Cat. It usually works. Doesn't always work. I found Jedi Knight Cal Kestis can do it on auto, but the problem, of course, being that once Zepho is easy to unlock for my guild, I'll have to stop doing that because they will want me doing Zepho. I can actually even attempt this now, but I don't really want to. Let's see. Let's do JMK, Galactic Republic. Do I need gas? Do I need gas? Do I need gas? I don't think so. We'll do Padme, we'll do Cat. We'll do General Kenobi. Easy get to. Well, we're gonna be doing Zepho. The problem is that right now, a lot of people are waiting to unlock Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, so a lot of people in my guild have not brought their seer up. So they're kind of waiting on that. I'm just gonna use gas. We have a lot of. Yeah, that's the thing, Jar Jar. It's the difference between what's easy to auto versus what's easy to just do, right? And a lot of these battles are easy to just do on manual. They're not hard at all. This battle on manual is super fine, right? This battle on auto is what I'm more interested in. I've actually. No, Jar Jar, I haven't done it. So Ruth, this is actually the first event where my seer is R7. So I am going to try it. I don't know the strategy. I haven't looked it up. We'll figure it out. I've never really used Jedi Knight Cal Kestis not on auto, so it'll be an embarrassing loss for me, but we'll try it. Justin, I don't have my own Discord. I have my alliance, my guild alliance has been kind of setting up a spot for me in the alliance Discord to do that stuff. I have been hesitant to share it right now, just because it's not fully set up yet. But if you need to message me on Discord, if you want to chat, you want a roster review, you have questions, it's just my name, Egnards, Egnards, all lowercase. But I am working on a Discord. I know a lot of content creators have them. I know a lot of content creators work on them. There is, a few places that I share my stuff because of some friends that have given me some space as well, but I don't do it yet. Jar Jar, yes, CLS works really great in the middle. I've done it. I can't auto anything on light side with them, but I can in the middle. In the middle, they do great on all of the planets up to day 3. I've never tried them in day 4 because they're not all R8 yet. And day 3, Chewbacca's still R6, so I usually just throw on a random 5th. So I'm still working on that, but right now I'm in a holding pattern because I don't want to spend any resources. Every single crystal is going towards hoping, that we can get Jar Jar Binks where he needs to be. Do we have any news yet? 2 o'clock. So right at refresh time. Let's see. Nothing yet. Crickets all around so far. Crickets all around. JMK Cat is another team that is really easy to manual this battle. I don't want to say it's unreliable to auto because I do have success with them pretty often on auto, but it's not the most reliable thing in the world. It doesn't happen all of the time. We go from wherever. While we're waiting here, I just want to, really super quick shout out. A few of you guys are joining me for the first time today, and I see on my little feed, I'm really bad at saying, thank you, but I see a lot of people have, followed me today. I appreciate it. Obviously, you have to get to a certain threshold on Twitch to earn anything, and that's not really why I do it. But I do appreciate some of you guys putting at least a little trust or finding me interesting enough to say, hey, I want to see some more of his stuff in the future. So thank you for that. Oh, it looks like this is going to work. Okay. It got hairy there for a second. I wasn't sure. Well, I guess it depends on this stupid probe droid. Find out. Now, we'll do the Jedi mission next. The Jedi mission without Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is not reliable, but I'm here, so we're gonna just do it and see what happens. What are we gonna do? We are going to do this. No, we don't need Shakti. Do not need Shakti. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy here, throwing Jedi Knight Luke lead on this battle. I think I'm gonna try manual it, but I found that even though ninth sister stops those speed limiting effects that that the Jedi Knight Luke lead is still more effective than the Jedi Master Luke lead. At least in my experience manualing this. This is my first time manualing this in a very long time. Yeah, Justin, if you shoot me a Discord message, I have a Reddit thread that I'll send to you. You know what? It's actually in the chat up a little bit higher. I'll link it again in a second. And I'm home all week, so you know if YouTube redirect. Oh, I'll have to get it for you in a second. But I'm home all week, so I've been doing these reviews pretty much every day to kind of stay out of my wife's hair and let her work without getting annoying. Oof. I am not paying attention to this battle at all. I really should have just put it on. Should have just put it on auto, because then I could blame the auto. Good afternoon, Luke. Is that Luke? Is that an I? Oh yeah, it is. And I said it. I said good afternoon, which is nice. All right. You know what it is? It's because I'm not using Hoda. You know what? I'm actually bored of this battle, so I am going to just throw this on auto and let it maybe get one round, or maybe get 2 rounds. We'll just leave it up to the fates. Review thread, copy link. All right, so Justin, I'm going to throw this in the YouTube comments for you, and I'll throw it on Twitch as well. If anyone is interested in that. So the Reddit link just kind of gives you an idea of the information I need. But most people reach out to me on Discord for the actual review itself. Once we finalize and figure out like an actual Discord, which again, like we're kind of working on right now, I'm going to put this stuff on Discord too, which will, you know, kind of streamline that process a little bit for people, I think, and make it a little easier for people. Yeah, Luke, I was waiting for Bones, man. He was supposed to come join me. I actually woke up early to try and figure things out so that we could do something together. But I couldn't figure out the audio. It wasn't working right, and then I messed up my audio. But now I'm also deciding I might just completely change my streaming platform because it's not working the way that I want it to work out. Alright, let's see. I'm actually surprised it went this far. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, semi-manual. Manual the first half. Interesting. Oh, we're waiting for that. Any news? Nope, still no news. Maybe at 2:15. Maybe later tonight. I don't know. I guess we'll find out tonight. Something's coming, either today or tomorrow. Alright, well. I thought I might actually have a win here. Guess not. Guess it's not going to happen. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe. Maybe. maybe it'll still happen. We'll see. Yeah, Justin, again, I'm here all week. I normally only do it on Sundays, but because I'm here all week, I'll get to you pretty quick. Normally do brunch with Egnards every Sunday morning, which is nice. Um, I have Beck at like 4 stars right now. I was doing post just dropped. All right, you know what? This is my last one. We'll pull that up in a second if post just dropped. You guys can read it out with, no, you can read it together if something just dropped. I stopped all of my stuff on Beck because I need to save it all for need to save it all for Jar Jar. Yeah, I'm in all of the Discord servers, man. Let's see, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, forums. But again, Egnards, Egnards, no, Warlocky. Thanks, man. Here I am. I'm like on the forums going, oh, hey, let me let me let me see if there's any news, and let's read it together. And you got me good there. No issue. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's see. Does anyone have the 411 on this Beck mission? Before I go in blind, this will be the first time that I am able to do it. The first time that I'm eligible for it. Let me do this first. I know remodding will probably be helpful, but I'm not going to do that because Egnards doesn't remod for shit. Let's get some of these. I'm not remodding. Though I think Seer has to be fast, right? She's supposed to be fast for this one. You know what we can do? What we'll do is let's save my mods here. Okay, so we'll create a Jedi Master Luke loadout. And those of you watching at home, do not watch what I'm doing because I have no idea what I'm doing with this mission. And let's save what I have for Seer, who I have not yet modded correctly. What? Why did I do that? Did I? Okay. Oh, that's why. And, okay. Now let's load Jedi Master Luke's, just for the hell of it. And let's just jump right on in. See what happens. Yeah, Con, I know what the issue they were talking about. Somebody posted about it on Reddit today. Apparently, it's only giving 1 card's worth of stuff. It's not giving all 3 cards like it's supposed to be giving. All right, let's see what happens. This is not a sanctioned battle. This is not me understanding what to do. I have no idea what to do in this battle. I will research it at another time. This is just me saying I'm gonna try it. You send message. Oh, let's see. Send message. Twitch. Okay, basically a swap stance. Use 1 shot on one of the purge troopers. Swap stance between first and second stance until end of wave. Wave 2, same strat. Okay. go and slam. There we go. And I think I need to get more of his stacks, don't I? I think I need to get more of these stacks. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played with Cal yet, so for me, this is all dual wields. I think I have configuration double bladed. So I don't really know how to use him yet. Inflict them at the day's shred for the rest of the turn. Still learning. Still learning. Oh, there it is. So we want to use Impetuous, right? Because that's how we do the one shot. And he loses his configuration. Let's do that. Ruth, if I lose, it's not your fault. I don't blame you. It'll 100% be my fault. One shot. We'll use one shot on one of the swap stands being first until end of wave for wave 2, so it kills it first. With Zero, you can alter a basic in middle. Now, I do not want to get cross guard yet because I want that to still be up or something, right? Yeah, we're not going to use that third stance again. Because we want that available. Got it. This is my first time manualing anything with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. Oof. So this is a fun time for all. Well, I probably didn't need to do that. I should have saved that. Okay. So now we want to kill second sister first, right? Ooh. Now, I know I did something wrong. I know what it is. So when I lose this, I know how to make it right next time. Right? And that's the important thing, is that next time I know what to do. I definitely screwed up in one spot here that we will fix next time. Yeah, I know. You have to remember, this is my first time manualing anything with Jedi Knight Cal. That's alright. Let me keep doing it wrong. I honestly didn't expect to use him this way today. I figured I'll learn it in the future, and you pressured me into doing it, but I'm not mad. I will actually watch a video for next time. Let me put these mods on before I forget. Yeah. It's not so much about remembering as it is, again, this is my first time really using him not on auto. I've always just autoed with him because he was able to auto, and I know that you can't auto that mission. And I do need to work on his modding a little bit too. So I'm not mad. That was my fault more than anything else. Right, so you can use all three. Got it. Well, we know that for next time. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do one of these, and then I have a review that needs to be done. Finding reviews are very hard recently with the road ahead. Everybody has all of these. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do this battle. Let me get one of these battles out of the way, just to get it done. I might not have enough Amplify Agonies for this yet. So we'll find out. We'll find out together. See what happens. Of course, Echo did not lose the stuff that he's supposed to. It's one of my least favorite things to happen in this battle, but I still got it. Okay. Oh, God, I hate this stupid. Well, I'm going to back out because you need all of them to survive. I hate that battle just because when somebody resists the stagger or whatever it is, we are going to... We are going to transition to this. We are going to put a window capture up here. Let's throw this one. Sorry, no, we want... Yes. I read it up here. Good. Alright, let's see. Go back to my wheelhouse. Go back to roster reviews. Where's my pen? I need my pen for Anthony. Anthony, let's take a timestamp. 2:15. Let's pull up his... Alright, so Anthony says, I don't know if he's still here. I know he was limited on time before. Just came from YouTube. I'm a very avid Fleet and JC player. My shard generally consists of 10 to 12 Leviathans and a mix of Executors and Profundities. We have a Fleet shard on Discord, but it is very inactive. So, yet it is very inactive, yet in game it is a very active shard. As long as people are following the rules, it doesn't really matter. So he's doing CT3 in everything except for Ground War and Secrets and Shadows. Let's pull this up. I'm sure we can help him out pretty easily, pretty handedly. Just want to pull this up. There's a big echo. You're hearing an echo? Should not be an echo. Are you still hearing an echo? I'm trying to talk as little as possible until I know if there's still an echo. Okay, perfect. It was an issue with my setting. I'm going to have to play around with that. Jar Jar, man, if you're on my YouTube right now, if you head to my playlists on YouTube, I have every planet broken down with everything I've autoed with in the past, right? I kind of play around with it on the streams just to see what works and what doesn't work. But I have a pretty extensive list of that stuff, and I would definitely recommend you check that out. But let's see what this guy, uh, Kyber 2 player should definitely be doing CT3 and Ground War. We have a fleet Discord. You're a fleet player. Oh, especially you have Jedi Master Luke, man. That's an easy one. All right, so before I even look at anything else, here's how you're going to CT3 um, Ground War. First of all, you want to use Jedi Knight Luke's his lead. Okay, second of all, where is your Jedi Knight Luke? Luke. Luke's not up towards the top. Interesting. Jedi Knight Luke. Okay. Second of all, you want to get all of your speed off of him. Okay. You want literally zero speed on him just for this battle because you're using him as a leader. Get him as slow as you possibly can. Um, then you're going to want to get your Hoda. Well, actually, if you're using Jedi Master Luke, it doesn't matter. Jedi Knight Luke, Hoda, Jedi Master Luke. Definitely throw in Rev in there. And let's see who we want as a fifth. You could use Gas as a fifth. You could use, I would say, maybe General Kenobi as a second tank, and someone who has a mass call assist. Basically, the idea is you're going to go into the battle, and when Jedi Master Luke gets his first turn, you're going to use Jedi Knight Luke's granted ability, and that's going to speed limit everybody. Now, you're going to kind of want to go slowly through each phase, and when you only have one guy left in each phase, you want to use that granted ability again, so that Jedi Knight Luke starts every single round. I like to go slowly through each phase because then you'll have the stun back up. You want to kind of, every turn, I like to stun first with Jedi Knight Luke, or every phase, so that I have a little bit more option in terms of in case everything starts to fall apart. When you get to phase 4, General Grievous, you're going to want to mark General Grievous. You can just get him out of there as soon as possible. It might be phase 4, maybe it's phase 5, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's phase 4. That should get it for you. Phase 4 is the hard part, and everything else is fairly easy as long as you follow that basic strategy of a super slow Jedi Knight Luke. Let's see what else we got going on here. Wow. Dude, this is, for a K2 account, this is really interesting. Interesting. We have these, we have that, we have Sith. I'm assuming you're going for Bane, because Bane kicks ass. Lord Vader, no Star Killer. Star Killer's nice, but not necessary. That's crazy to me, man. That's really crazy to me. Um, Honestly, dude, like you need Java more than anyone else. I'm not a big GAC player. I'm not somebody that really likes the PvP in this game so much. But the Smugglers Run 2 event is just going to give you so much utility. Um, that's what you want, right? You want to have this huge amount of utility from all of the modding materials that you're going to get. That's going to be the most important thing for you as a PvP player. I can't even believe being 8 million GP and liking GAC so much and not having Java at this point in the game. Um, you've significantly altered. If you had gotten him a year ago, you would have significantly more modding material and more modding potential. Again, it's not really my area of expertise, but even I recognize that and see just how important he is. Outside of Java, though, I you're at a point where you might, if you want to remain competitive, you might want to go towards one of the newer things, okay? So what that means is with the road ahead, you might want to pivot to Gungans, but I don't know yet because we don't know anything about them yet. So it's kind of hard to give you any advice in that. It is surprising, though, to say that you are a big fleet player and not even have profundity. As far as I'm concerned in GAC, my fleets win me battles constantly. And having really good fleets is just paramount to being hyper important. The nice thing about getting profundity at this point is that because you have Leviathan, you don't need to star it up. You can slowly star it up over time. So I would say Java is a right now project, and profundity is a slow farm project for you. Um, But again, we have the road ahead. We're going to start getting kits in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to start getting raid info in the next month. That might significantly pivot your profundity issue. I don't think that it's going to significantly pivot your Java issue. That's something I would be doing more than anything else, no matter what. One other thing I do want to take a look at is over here. Check these guys out. Oh, wow. Okay. Never mind. Uh, Not worth working on. Well, let's see. No, not worth working on right now. All right. Let's see. Phoenix. You might also want to consider getting Rex up a little higher. And just for the event itself, remodding to get CT1 on Secrets of Shadow. With your Phoenix, how they are, as long as you remod, I imagine you bought the Lightspeed bundle, right? So you probably don't have, yeah, you don't have the greatest mods on them right now. But if you get Rex 2 relics and you remod this team with some of your GL mods, you should be able to get yourself through. Um, Oof. Should be able to get yourself through Secrets and Shadows. What I will tell you though is, it's more than likely going to require a couple of Zetas. I don't know what your Zeta crunch is looking right now. I have a ton. I've got, I think, enough to do 5, 10, maybe like 20 Zetas. If you're in a position of having a lot of Zetas, then this is worth doing. If you're not in that position right now, then I would ignore that bit of advice just for right now because the ROI doesn't make sense um, on the Zetas material themselves. But you will get Kyrotech, right? So it's kind of a catch-22 there of deciding what you need more right now. Just to reiterate, Java, I think, is something that you should be doing regardless, like no matter what. Um, Profundity is something I think you should be doing on the slower side, but still working towards. But you might want to pivot when we find out more about this raid. Phoenix with Captain Rex, I would only invest in the Zetas there right now if you plan, if you have a little bit of a Zeta horde and you don't feel limited by them right now. At 8 million and not having all of the GLs and probably still doing GL grinds, that might not necessarily be the case for you. I wouldn't go any further or plan any further than that just because there's so much information that's up in the air that you don't know quite yet. All right, so guys, with that said, it's about 2:30. We've been doing this. We've been here a little bit all afternoon. I do need to start getting ready to teach. Um, Thank you for joining me today and keeping me, oh, what's the word? Keeping me entertained while I got through all of the things that I needed to get through anyway. I do, really appreciate it. I will be doing this all week just because I can and because I like autoing TB and I like talking to you guys. And hopefully we find out more about that Jar Jar grind in the next day or two. And hopefully in the next couple of months, we'll find out how much I actually need in order to get him day one, right? So, Ziggy man, I apologize, but it'll be available. It's going to be there on YouTube in a couple of minutes. But thank you for checking in regardless, and